A 37-year-old man has died in hospital after he was shot by federal immigration officers in Minneapolis.
The community has been talking to each other as real people, and these people have come in and been hurting us. They've been attacking us when we've been doing nothing but following the law, peacefully observing, and then they decide to gang up and kill one of us.
According to the Associated Press, a U.S. Department of Homeland Security official said the man had a gun with 2 magazines and that the situation was evolving. The department shared a photo of a handgun it says was on the person who was shot. The Minneapolis police chief identified him as a 37-year-old American citizen. The shooting comes as clashes between protesters and ICE agents have been increasing amid President Trump's immigration crackdown. Today's shooting took place a couple of kilometers away from where 37-year-old Renee Good was shot dead by an ICE agent just over 2 weeks ago.
The suspect also had 2 loaded magazines and no accessible ID. This looks like a situation where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement. Then, about 200 rioters arrived at the scene and began to obstruct and assault law enforcement.
How many times must local and national leaders must plead with you, Donald Trump, to end this operation and recognize that this is not creating safety in our city? As you'll hear from Director Sayer in just a second, we have seen these kinds of operations in other places, in other countries, but not here in America. Not in a way where a great American city is being invaded by its own federal government.
All right, with me now is Michael Harrigan, former FBI agent and threat assessment expert with PAX Group, a global crisis and conflict consultancy. Thank you for being here with us, sir. This is the second fatal shooting of a civilian by federal agents in Minneapolis this month. How unusual is this?
Well, it's highly unusual. Normally, historically, when the federal government is involved in detaining and working through the process of deporting illegal or undocumented persons here, there isn't the public resistance to that. Here, as they carry out their duties, you're seeing individuals exercising their First Amendment right, peacefully mostly, but you have some individuals who are confronting law enforcement. And in this situation, you had somebody who was carrying a firearm and got into an altercation with ICE agents, which is, again, unusual to have individuals to, use arms against federal law enforcement. But, we have to look at this from the political perspective, is the dialogue and the rhetoric from the individuals, the leaders in Minneapolis and Minnesota are troubling here, in that there's no concern for the officers involved here who could have been injured or killed by this individual. And it's all about the trying to get ICE to leave Minnesota, where they're doing their rightful duty under the law to apprehend individuals who are here in the country illegally.
Is it at all concerning that federal immigration operations, though, are resulting in the use of deadly force?
It is, but you have to look at each one of these deadly force situations independently.